Hey, what's up guys? To keep this video super short and simple, going to graphics and under display, make sure your refresh rate is maxed out. Display resolution is whatever your monitor is, so I know for a lot of you it's going to be 1920 by 1080. Dynamic, make sure that's off. Automatic here, off on those two. Custom frame limit, that's alright. Or you can do unlimited, it's not going to matter too much. And make sure these are default. And I should mention before I get into all the quality settings that this video is pretty much giving you the best settings to make your game still look good while getting pretty good FPS and low latency overall. So if you're still having FPS issues, definitely go back in and change some of these, like texture resolution for example, down to very low. And by doing that, it's going to increase your FPS, but just know it's going to make your game start to look more on the garbage side and more blurry. So if you have to make that sacrifice though, it makes sense. But getting into it, quality presets, that's going to be custom. Render resolution, make sure it's whatever yours is. So I know, like I said before, it's going to be 1920 for a lot of you. Upscaling, this is going to be off by default. Make sure you change that to fidelity cast. And make sure that's 75. Anti-aliasing, make sure that is SMA T2X. Quality, make sure that's low. Video memory scale, make sure that's 90. I believe that's 80 by default, so make sure you change that. Texture resolution low. Texture filter high. Nearby level of detail low. Distant level of detail low. Clutter draw distance short. Particle quality low. Particle quality level, make sure this is high. This is gonna sound weird because it is weird, but apparently in this COD and another COD before this, I believe it was Vanguard, having particle quality level high will actually increase your FPS in some cases when you're running around. I still don't understand how that works, but that's what I've been hearing, so just keep that high. Bullet impact and sprays, make sure that's on. Shader quality, medium. And like I said before, if you want to make your game look bad but increase FPS more, make sure it's low. Tessellation, make sure that's off. I believe it's on by default. Terrain memory, max. On-demand texture streaming, make sure that's on. Streaming quality, normal. Volumetric quality, low. Physics quality, make sure that's high. Water caustics, make sure that's off. Shadow map resolution, low. Screen space shadows off. Spot shadow quality, low. Spot cache, low. Particle lighting, make sure that's low. Ambient occlusion, make sure that's off. Screen space reflections, off. Static reflection quality, low. Weather grid volumes, I believe that's on normal by default, but just change it to low. Reflex low latency, this one's big and I'll talk about it. So if you made your PC or even bought one and you know you have a lower GPU, like a cheaper one, like the bare minimum, because I know a lot of you guys will spend a lot of money on the GPU, but then your CPU is maybe like not that good. If you're in that case, I would turn it to on plus boost. So if that applies to you, turn it to on plus boost. But in my case, I have a good GPU and a good CPU, so I'm just leaving that on. You don't really ever want to turn that off though. And depth of field off. Motion blur and weapon motion blur, these are kind of preference, but I would turn them off because honestly for all three of these, it's just it'll increase your visibility a lot by having all three of these off, so do that. Film grain 25. And the last bit towards that now guys, view. Feel the view. I know a lot of you guys max this out right away, but honestly for me I like to keep it 110, and that's preference, I know, but I should mention that if you have higher field of view, you're looking at more, right? So your screen is looking at more around you, so there's going to be an FPS hit, like a little bit. It's not going to be crazy, but there's still going to be an FPS hit, so if you're still looking for the edge of FPS, turn it down maybe to 100 or 110. And ADS field of view, make sure it's affected. Weapon field of view, default. Pretty much preference for all the rest of these. But yeah, that's the video guys. I hope you all enjoyed. Hit that like if you did. It would really help me out a lot personally. So thank you all and have a great day.